want to thank y'all for tuning in. As y'all know, we've been keeping up with finding Prince Charming. What y'all think of this week's episode?
A little drama. There was a lot of drama this episode. Yeah, a little drama with Chad.
And Dylan.
And Dylan again.
Yeah,
he
like
seems to be kind of in the center of a lot of the drama.
Listen, he's a typical wheel boy.
But he breaks my heart because I thought Dylan is, and I still think he's so attractive. But
He's very attractive.
Why are you such a...
He's young. He's a little young.
Because I've met Dylan. We've had a conversation. He reminds me. You're probably not gonna like this. He reminds me of me.
No. He reminds me of you too sometimes. I think that's.
But we can tolerate you.
Dylan. He's aggressive. He's boisterous. He's gonna say what he wants. Like that to say.
With a little bit of shade in there. He's playing this game. He knows what he's doing.
Let's start off.
Let's start at the beginning. Yeah.
So they started with getting to know Robert. Like, what all do you know, Robert? So there's questions asked. Lance asked the questions. And they had to answer it,
Who knows him best?
Yeah.
And who knew him best was Justin, right?
Yeah, Justin.
Which makes sense, because I feel like they do have a strong connection as well. Who came in last was
Chad.
Which makes sense, because he almost seems like he's not there half the time.
Yeah, he's already almost...
a little on the, I don't want to use the term crazy, but he's a little emotional.
He's emotional.
I would say more so just like careful, like he's just almost like a blonde almost, like kind of airheaded, I would say. I don't want
Wait. I'm blonde. And I remember... Wait, what was I going to say?
We're all ethnic here this whole time.
No, so it didn't surprise me.
They had the date. It was a salsa date. They took like a little salsa lesson and dance. And Chad and Robert had theirs, and it was okay, And then he was sitting out and letting Dylan have his turn, and then Dylan had his turn, and they were sweet, and Dylan was a little more aggressive. And then after they were done with their dance, Dylan kind of took him and was like, "We're going over here."
Right.
Yeah. And Chad was sitting there like, wait a minute, like I'm waiting, like we can all. It's a double date. We're supposed to all be in this, and so he started getting a little offended by that. So, do you think it was right for Dylan to do that, or?
Yeah. I agree with that because it's
have
competition.
A moment.
Yeah, it's a competition, and no one wants to have a double date.
Yeah,
right. It'd be the third wheel, so it makes sense to take him away.
But as long as he's not doing his typical like trying to bash the other contestants in order to.
I don't think he was this time. I don't think he was.
He was really trying to get to know him, and I think Chad could have done the same thing.
True.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's how you would compete. I
agree. Yeah, that's where the competition part comes in. Like Chad's there and he likes him.
Who's gonna get his attention?
Right. And so Dylan knows what he's doing in that way. And I can't get mad that he pulled him away. I can see why Chad would be upset and a little rude, but he could have taken the initiative. Okay, now I'm gonna have a little one-on-one time, and instead of storming out, hold your emotions for a minute and then just take that opportunity to prove yourself to Robert.
But then on the flip side of that, it's like, well, is that Chad's personality to just grab a guy?
That's true. Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good person.
It goes to show he's not made for the show.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. You knew what you're signing up with. You knew there's gonna be multiple gays, and you knew you're gonna live with them as well. So you just gotta know what you're getting yourself into.
Roll with the punches.
So girl, wait these 15 minutes and get your 15 minutes after.
Some people can handle reality TV shows, and some people can't. Some people are made for somebody like Dylan. I think is perfect for reality TV. And some of the people that are a little bit more comfortable in their own skin, or even Robbie, and they're more comfortable with that, and they can play their roles and play up their personalities and make it work. I think people like maybe Sam and Chad were just, they wanted to go into this being a little bit more real and not the TV aspect as much.
On the flip side, I didn't like how Dylan reacted to it. I mean, I love Dylan, but I don't think he should have been so aggressive about him feeling that way about Chad. Okay, Chad left. That's him. You didn't leave. Okay?
Yeah.
So
focus on you.
Yeah, so he was like, "Oh, I'm done with you." Woo woo woo. Girl, you had a mistake too when you were chewing everyone's name out when he had that moment.
And when you were drunk having that fight.
Exactly.
And he's had a couple of them. Yeah.
So it's like you can't really you can't be just so judgmental when you've had your moments too.
Exactly.
So that's what I did.
Now, when they went upstairs and Brandon was in the room with Dylan.
That was so Poor Brandon. I was like, I just want to go to sleep.
It was like an awkward moment. I like the way Brandon was like, I was just trying to reflect on my day.
I was having my daily reflections. And
all of a sudden this drama comes.
Yeah.
So Brandon's gonna win, honestly.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Chad went down to kind of squash it with Dylan. Dylan was in the kitchen, and Chad went down to kind of apologize for being dramatic earlier. And he was trying to apologize, and Dylan kind of came at him really aggressively and wasn't even letting him get his words out. And then it just escalated and went from there. And then they moved it to the bedroom and were fighting. And he wouldn't get out of Chad's room.
He said, "I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to get out of my room." And he was like, "Well, I'm gonna wait the whole 10 minutes, then some."
Yeah.
That's what Dylan said.
And then Brandon's like, "I don't think you should."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Brandon's like,
Brandon gets in. Brandon gets. He's like,
get out the room. And my thing was like, Dylan, get the fuck out. This is not your bedroom, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
at that point, he was literally just being the child.
He was being immature.
Yeah,
he was being immature,
definitely.
which is something that I guess we can attest to his
we
age.
definitely have all our moments where you've tested the other person you're arguing like, what, bro?
What are you gonna do? I'm gonna sit right here. What are you gonna, I know.
And sometimes people fail those tests.
Yeah.
And sometimes people get these paws.
That's where the failing comes in, bitch. You failed.
Yeah.
Bam.
So I didn't like that. Like, don't do that.
That was extra. That was extra. It made for good TV.
It did, right? You got to keep the. I mean, I guess Dylan is good at keeping that drama going in the house.
So there was actually a second double date with Eric and Brandon. How'd y'all think of that one?
It was nice. First of all, I like the boxing. The boxing thing, like really, because I like do like physical stuff. Yeah. So that caught my eye, and I think they did pretty well. I mean, it was a little awkward in some moments.
But it's kind of hot too. You're like touching each other. You're being manly or aggressive. It's a good little
to
date.
me, for my personal taste, I'm like, I feel like if that was me in that situation, I'd be like, I can't take this serious for the life of me.
Right. In the beginning stages, getting to know stage, relationship, do fun stuff like that.
Yeah. That's when you're already in that zone with somebody. I don't know. It's not my thing, but hey, I'm gonna watch.
It's a good show. I'm starting to really like Prince Charming.
Wait. Prince Charming the show or Prince Charming the prince?
The show, girl.
Oh, okay.
Not the prince.
All right. All right. Well, what do you think about the elimination and how it all played out?
Girl, I did see it coming after he walked out. I knew that Chad was done. I was like, girl, it was put up that tie. Don't even wear the tie, girl. Just put it up on the table before you get up there.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't even wear it down.
Over there, bro.
You know, he's already given up. He almost packed and left once, and then he kind of walked out of this. You know, I think he's just not. That's just not a place for him.
It's not his thing.
Yeah, he wants to be genuine with the guy, and he obviously is a very emotional guy, and so just reality show dating is not good.
Yeah, I would have respected him a little more had he not thrown that tie at Roberts.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, because he does, at the end of the day, he does know the show that he's getting on. And he came for him saying, oh, you're making out with all these guys. I thought we had a connection. You're not real. Well,
why would he just make out with you? Like,
right. I mean, that is the point of the show. You're understanding that you're allowed to have your feelings and be like, I'm checking out. This is not for me, kind of like what Sam did.
Yeah.
But to blame the show and everything, that's the nature of the beast. You did kind of know what you were signing up for. And, you thought maybe you could handle it. You couldn't. I know I would never go on a reality dating show. I could never watch a guy that I'm genuinely interested in making out with 10 other guys. It would just be really difficult.
First, I wouldn't be able to take it serious. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't even be able to get to a place where I would get mad at the other contestants.
I feel like I would walk in the room and be like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is this, bitch? Bobby, look at me! Girl.
You know what? I'll be watching every week.
Right?
I'm like, get your fucking tie. Somebody get this tie off of me!
Every week. I was just be like, yes.
And then me.
like
who y'all fooling?
I mean, I like Brandon.
I
like Justin.
I like Justin too, but I don't think that they're gonna work.
Yeah.
But I like Brandon, but I don't know if I want him with Robert. Is all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want Brandon to win and then leave Robert.
Yeah. I want actually. What would be cool is like if Robert picked Justin, and then Brandon was runner up, and they're like,
he should be Prince Charming.
Season, Brandon,
right?
Prince Charming.
Danique, I think that'd be fun.
Danique would be fun.
They need to bring back Robbie and do a whole new episode, Finding Princess Charming.
Well, they
Finding the little princess.
So there are 12 ties. And 13 of you. Get your tie.
I would love it. I think that'll be hotter.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the men will be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah.
Robbie's the bottom, so I'm pretty sure it'll be like on the top.
Just kidding.
You can't judge someone's preference.
No, but I think Robbie said it himself, didn't he? He's like, well, everyone
in the house is the bottom. Yeah.
They should know, like, do some investigation. Are you a top? Make sure and just audition all these tops.
Yes.
So basically, none of us are auditioning.
No.
America's top.
America's top.
That's a show.
That is a show that I know a few of y'all would sign up for.
We're called Finding a Real Top.
They're gonna have to go outside of WeHo for that.
Way outside of WeHo.
Bye.
Listen, Logo. This is great programming. Hey, what Gates want to see? I would love to see America's next great power top. I would love that.
It doesn't exist.
Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't exist.
A boy can dream.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching our review of the latest episode of Finding Prince Charming. We'll be doing this every week. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Let us know who you like, who you're feeling. Who do you think is going to be the final two? Yeah, just weigh in. Let us know. We love hearing your guys' feedback. It's fun for us, and it's just fun to interact with you guys. So thank you so much. Until next time. Bye guys.
Bye.
Again for watching this episode of... Okay.
Sorry, I just burped. My bad.
I know. That's why it distracted me.
Did you get a rip? Yeah, it was like... I knew that was to stop.
Girl, you have Mexican food or something.
Girl, just be happy that it didn't come out the other end, girl.
Oh,
oh my God.